We identified access as a problem. We knew that there were more patients, and we knew that we had this list. So over the years, we had consolidated everything into this really massive list of patients that topped 4,000 or 5,000 patients at one point, trying to get in, but we didn't know how many were real, how many were duplicated. We had no idea of what our demand really was, and we had no sense of how we were going to improve it because we had too many unknowns.
So by the time the patients came to us, they were frustrated, they have problems, some of them were depressed, a lot of them have not been taking care of their chronic illnesses for quite some time. So it was a serious problem.
It was really disappointing to know that we were part of a county facility unable to help our own community.
And we knew there was frustration at the staff end because they had to say no one too many times.
We were working around the clock trying to solve the problem. We even had Saturday clinics trying to bring new patients in, and nothing was really working prior to LEAP.
And then we took the plunge and did what is called a value stream. What is the process? How do new patients access? What are the points of entry? And so it was at that point that we began to understand how many moving parts there were for that process, how many people were involved, and the fact that we needed to get all of the clinics doing the same thing. Otherwise, it wasn't going to get better.
So during the LEAP process, one of the biggest issues or discrepancies that I was able to observe is not every clinic is doing the same thing.
So it was really clear that patients didn't understand us as a system either. They would call one clinic, they would call another, and they would try to get on both lists and try to gauge where they could get in soonest. So they would end up having to use other resources, the ER or higher cost resources, because there wasn't a good sense of how long they would have to wait or what the process really was.
So if an employee came to me and asked me about LEAP, I'd tell them it's a way to better improve a process, a better way of improving care to patients, a better way of establishing a steady flow, standard work for the employees.
So in a single term, I would say it's continuous improvement, which means that it is a process by which you learn where you are right now, what you want to capture from the current existing processes, and then it is setting targets, moving in the direction of always improving.
So one of the things that I was surprised to discover was that we actually had more capacity than initially thought. So the new patients were scheduled 3 months ahead of time, and they were not coming to their appointments. We decreased the no-show rate, at least in the clinic where I work, to 10%. And we made appointments available for the patients. We also did reminder calls. We did outreach.
And we were also creating letters to send out to the patients. The patient letters contain information about the clinic because we want to show that we're there for the patient and they can contact us now that they're established with us. And as far as resolving the case, Innovative Care actually became the first clinic to get to 0 on their wait list. And the outreach has been great.
The biggest change, I think, was that we used LEAP to create unified standard work across all of the clinic systems. And it helped us really act as the unified organization we needed to be in order to serve new patients.
LEAP stands for Learn, Engage, Aspire, and Perfect, and that we can learn the system together, that we can engage our staff and our patients, that we can aspire to be the best that we can be, and that we can perfect the quality of care that we provide, not only for our patients, but for ourselves. And that's what I will tell them about LEAP.
So it was a great feeling, being able to accomplish something, especially coming in as a new supervisor, having this task, and being able to resolve the new patient wait list. The staff were happy, patients were happy. We even had a little celebration afterwards because we were able to accomplish something that was kind of a burden for so many years.
The most satisfying, I'm going to say, part of LEAP is being able to see what people can create, what you can do when you put medical assistants and PSAs and patients and process owners all in a single room and say, here's the problem, what do you think? That's the most inspiring part of it, that it's really created at that level. This isn't a top-down thing. It isn't somebody in a room deciding that this is the best piece. It's really this group trying their best to identify what the problem is in a particular value stream and figure out how to make that step or the next step better.
It's an amazing feeling, and patients are satisfied now, and I look forward to seeing what other challenges come up in the future and just keep improving.